sorry about that. That was me. I didn't have my microphone turned on. Thank you, Clara. I hope you can hear me now. Okay. Let me know if you can hear me now. You should be able to hear me. If not, I'll just unplug the microphone. There's a little bit of a ting. I don't know why. Good. Okay. I opened up Discord if you guys want to jump in. Okay, so I have some white, phthalo blue, phthalo green, and black here. And great. I'm gonna get something brown, some burnt umber. So today I'm gonna work on this rock here. And after I do this rock and hopefully fill that little gap in here where I don't have any color, hopefully I can match it. And then I'm just gonna finish these bubbles that look kind of crappy looking. Thank you, Quelder. I love this painting too. I just want to finish it, you know? Yeah, jump in Discord if you guys want to chat. It might be easier than writing it down. Thank you. Okay, what else did I have? Probably some yellow. I probably had some yellow. This cadmium-free yellow. Okay. Yes, let's jump right in. Clara, if you're in, maybe Quelder can move you over to the streaming room. I didn't get any water. Today I'm just over the... Here's some water. Cool. Come on in and chat. I'll go and move you.
Ooh, I've been moved.
Awesome.
How's it going?
It's going. It's going. How are you?
Good. I'm drinking some peppermint tea.
Oh, nice. Cool. I was saying before, I'm really sorry I didn't join last night. I also forgot, and usually we have dinner at that time. And it's always just, I blank out on it.
It doesn't, no big deal. It's just something we kind of do. We're not real like too serious about it. We just like to kind of gives a chance like a good hour we can kind of talk and paint together.
I know, and I wish
and you
I
can
could...
always rewatch it if you want to. You don't have to.
It's just not the same.
No, live. It's not. It's nice to be able to chat.
Yeah. But I love your piece that you did. Really beautiful. Again, this morning.
Thanks.
Yeah, this morning I managed to watch a little bit of Lewis's video.
I haven't watched it yet. I saw that he posted it. I'm putting it on hold until I can watch it with my mom, because I told her about how my art was going to be roasted. She's like, I'm so sorry, Clara. That's going to be so tough for you. We'll have to spend the night like drinking wine while we watch it. So
your mom is so cool.
She's really sweet. So she's going to watch it with me to help the burn not feel so bad, because I'm sure he's gonna destroy my art.
You know, I watched up until he started with Quelder's piece, so I watched the roast of your piece. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah, good. Don't spoil it, but
it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. Hopefully I just need to get some thick skin and be prepared for it. But it's a good way to learn. Like, it'll be a really helpful way for me to get better. And that's what I like. You need to, if you want to get better as an artist, you need to be able to have your art be critiqued and not take it personally.
Yeah, absolutely. And you already know Lewis, so whatever comes from him, you always take with a grain of salt anyway.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And vodka, a shot of vodka or something.
Yeah, the wine should help for that.
Yeah. Let's see what color we have here. Pretty similar, maybe a little more brown. I'm trying to match this color of the rock, just roughly. Kinda.
It's hard to tell when it's wet versus, I don't know, does acrylic dry different?
It
Or is that
was
just the water
darker.
soaking? Yeah.
Yeah. Acrylic dries darker and watercolor dries lighter.
Yeah, that's right.
And oils don't change.
I guess that's why oils are superior in every way possible. You said you bought some oils, right?
I bought some water mixable oils. Yeah. I still have to finish my piece that I started with them. Still working on. I put it aside, but I have to finish it. I have a whole bunch of pieces to finish, and this my friend who has the art studio, he said, "Hey, you should do an art show on December. Have your art up for the whole month." I said, and then have a meet and greet with wine and canapes and all that fun stuff. I was like, yeah, that sounds really fun. Now I'm working to finish my old art so that I can maybe put it up there. Maybe somebody will buy it. And who
Oh,
knows?
so you're gonna have like a physical like art market kind of thing where
Mm-hmm.
you sell your art? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, she has this huge art studio, and she had her own art show a couple of weeks ago. It was really fun. It's so much fun to see other people's art too, and she had all these pieces that I've never seen before from her, and yeah, really cool.
Yeah, I get a lot of inspiration looking at other art. I think it's hard to become a better artist if you're not looking at other people's art and getting inspiration from them.
Yeah, and at one point you have to kind of stop, to not get too influenced by it, because you
What do you
can
What
you
do you
can
mean by
keep.
that?
Well, when you see somebody's art and you really really love it, and then you by default get a little bit influenced by their art, and you not to say you copy, but you adopt a lot of the style and stuff like that, and then you have to detach yourself in order to figure out your own style and your vision for your art, and not to be too influenced by another.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think the entire purpose, like nothing is original, right? Everybody's inspired by like nature or their experiences or other classical artists.
Mm-hmm.
And I think part of finding your style is finding what inspires you and just continuing to add to that pile. And if you
Mm-hmm.
keep doing that, it is going to be original because it's going to be a mix of everything that inspires you. But I don't think you should be actively trying to hold yourself back. If you find something that really inspires you and that you like, I always like copy other art. I won't post it and call it my own, but I like try to learn their style
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll just apply it to my style to try to see how I can make it my own. And then that's how I like to go about it. I don't try to hold back from that.
Right. I get what you're saying too. When you take it from multiple sources, it's it's originality, but when you just go from one source, then it's
Yeah,
copying.
directly copying someone's art or tracing, especially tracing someone's
Oh
art,
yeah,
that's
that ain't right.
obviously a no-go, but
Yeah.
um I don't know. I guess everyone's different. I've definitely met artists who if you copy their style a bit. They like take that very personally, and I get it because it's their livelihood.
Mhm.
But I'm not one of those. If anybody ever, I mean, I have my own draw this in your own style.
Mhm.
Like I'm very much like whatever I do. If you want to do it, it doesn't bother me because I'm wanting to. My goal is to grow. I don't have a livelihood from it, so
Right.
that's makes me different.
Mhm. Yeah.
But I
Exactly.
understand if somebody's profession is behind it and they put a lot of work developing that style and they don't want someone to just like copy that straight up. Yeah.
Right, right. Also, another thing is when you do something and then you might feel worried that somebody might steal it. I find that's very restricting. It's then difficult for you to put it out there without the fear that somebody's gonna copy it. I mean, of course, if people love it and of course they're gonna get inspired, just like you got inspired from something else. So
Yeah. Eddie just
there's
said he's working on my draw this in your own style and he's copying it
yeah.
right now. In process of copying. I kind of, I mean, I took inspiration from your dragon that you did. That was one of my first pieces that I worked of yours. I thought that was, you did
The
that like
dragon.
information. Yeah, you showed
Yeah.
how to like paint it, and I thought that
Mm-hmm.
really helpful and inspiring.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad. Did a really cool piece. Love how you incorporated that gold in there and you made it monochrome too.
Oh yeah, I like that blue. I mean, yours was monochromatic, so that was part of the inspiration.
Yeah, yeah. Had a lot of metallics.
Yeah, it looked really cool. I liked how you did that. But I think that's how I think it's a balance. You shouldn't be too caught up like that you need to make
Mm-hmm.
the most original thing because you're not going to make good art if you do that.
Right, right.
You need to grab inspiration from other artists, other things in your life, from your experiences if you really want to grow as an artist.
Yep.
But you shouldn't at the same like you don't want to go to the extreme and just outright copy
Right,
somebody's
right.
hard work and not credit them. So
Right. You can take something and then make it your own, add your own spin to it. I'm all about that. I do that quite a lot. I get so inspired, but then when in the process of recreating, or doing something in that style, then I add a whole lot of stuff that's only me. Not only me, but just other things that I like.
yeah, you definitely have a really cool style. I like your style.
I don't
Very heavily
know. Do I
influenced
have
by
a style?
you do, and people don't notice. I mean, I didn't think I had a style. I still don't think I have a style really because I kind of go all over the place too, similar to you.
Yeah.
But as you create art and you pull, like you start to notice trends, and it's hard to see until you like look back like a whole year and look at all your pieces, and then you like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I have a recognizable thing that I gravitate towards or way that I go about things. It's kind of more like you don't need to be so niche that you like only use certain colors or only paint
Mm-hmm.
certain subjects. That's not really you.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry about that. But you do have a style. You like the things that you enjoy to paint, like the aliens and the fantasy, like and you like have a lot of cosmic like colors and styles that you like
Mm-hmm.
that comes through and also like the way that you like paint um it's very confident and I like that.
Why, thank you. I never would have thought to describe it as confidence, but much. Really?
Yeah, because you know some people like they do more like delicate line work and they're more timid and I think
Uh-huh.
that's nice too. It's a different style, but you have more confidence in your
Oh,
strokes, which I think gives your art kind of a bold and I don't know, just a confident look. I like it.
oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, I like your dreamy, soft style. Yeah, I think you have a style too.
My
Very
yeah.
introspective and kind of dreamy. Like somebody's in another world. Nice, I like it.
Yeah, I like doing kind of more impressionistic kind of stuff, I think. I
Mm-hmm.
don't like going too heavy in detail. And I like to paint. I don't know I mean. I think it's easier to see somebody, like I said, it's easier to see somebody else's style than it is to see your own. When you're looking at
For
yourself, you're like,
sure.
of course, this is just me painting. You know, it's
Yes.
nothing you need to see here.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, well, it's easier to see it from a distance, from a different perspective. There's a quote, I think it's a G.K. Chesterton. I really love that quote. It's one sees uh, small, great things from the valley and small things from the peak. Uh, you know.
Oh yeah, that's good. I like that. That would be like a good quote to put on my mountain painting.
Yeah.
The one that I did of the mountains.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
I'll have to remember that. I'll write it down.
You might want to double check the exact nature of the wording. Might not be exactly that like that, but it's very similar. Small things, great things from the valley, and great things from the peak.
All right, I'll see if I can find it. And Harry's here. He says hello. Hello, folks.
Hey,
And lovely
Harry.
painting. I agree. It
Oh,
is a very
thank you.
lovely painting.
Thank you, Harry. I'll take your input if you have any. To be honest, today I'm like, I have no idea. I've been painting for a while, and I have to remind myself very often that every time I start something, I'm like, I have no idea how I'm gonna do this. You say that I'm confident, and it's like, just take one step forward every time. And I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna work. And sometimes I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing, you know? And then I have to remind myself that I've painted so many pieces, and a lot of them are really cool. And sometimes I forget about that. And I just feel like a freaking, have no idea what I'm doing. Like today, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to match the colors, if I'll be able to do that and that. I have doubts at every step, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, those doubts are what keep you good. I've seen so many YouTube videos giving art advice, and I forgot which one it was. But one of them said that I really resonated with me was it's important to always keep a beginner's mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because otherwise you're going to stop learning
Yeah.
and you'll start getting kind of that
Cocky.
confidence that I mean it's good to have confidence, and I think more the confidence you have, like your your brushstrokes feel thoughtful, but it's more of like you can tell you're a person who's not afraid. You're like have a like you're willing to do something and try it, you know.
Because with acrylic you can always cover it up. I mean, you can with anything. I suppose you can cover it up, but it's just like not a matter of life and death. You can always revisit something, and the reason why I love acrylics is because whatever layer I put on, it doesn't have to be the last layer. There's always something I can add more to it anytime. So nothing feels finite and nothing feels like set in stone. That's why I love this medium so much. Like with the
Yeah.
watercolor, but it can also take forever, and I can procrastinate. I can say, well, I'll just do the 100th layer today, and then we'll see what happens later. But I just want to be done with it sometimes.
It really works for you, though, I think.
Yeah.
Dark Star Creations is here. Hi.
Oh, hey, Miriam.
Oh, Miriam's. Oh, that's right. Her name's Miriam. Hi, Miriam.
Yeah.
And Harry says he asked if you used an original reference or something online. You had a reference picture on your Patreon, right? Is it still there?
It's still up. Yeah, Harry, if you
Okay.
want to check out mural
Do you have that link?
Mural Dreams, it's patreon.com/Mural Dreams, or if you just go on Patreon and search Mural Dreams, I'll be there. And it's one of my, I don't know.
It's the first link in this video. So just click the first link and I'll
Oh,
take you to
right.
our Patreon.
Right,
And
right.
you should see the reference photos so you can give us all the great advice. And his first suggestion is use oils. Don't even do acrylic, just use oils. And add color variations. I'd suggest you start using Munsell Color Book. I'm not
Unsell
familiar
color.
with that.
Me neither.
But he says, because I think this piece is amazing and I think it would be even better in oils. Can you use oil? You can use oils on top of acrylic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if your water soluble ones would work. I don't
Yeah,
even know.
that would work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't
you can
I
use,
wouldn't
you know.
redo it.
No, I wouldn't redo it. Oh, this is fine. I might give it a. Thank you, Miriam. I love this painting too. I just dropped it. Wait, and then I positioned it in a wrong place. I was trying to get it out. This easel is really wonky because it has that ledge underneath, and then I can't paint the very bottom inch.
Oh yeah, because it has to sit on it.
Mm-hmm. So, for my next paintings, there's a lot of paintings left in my future, so I'll be sure to take out my oil paints. I also have to do a digital painting with Queldar, and I actually know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do a really, really simple one with Mr. Meeseeks, if you guys know.
No,
from
I
Rick,
don't.
from Rick and Morty. It's a silly character from Rick and Morty, and I want to turn him into merch, and the text will say existence is pain.
Oh, perfect. That's so lighthearted.
I want to start a merch series themed around nihilism, casual nihilism.
Yeah, casual
Yeah,
nihilism.
yeah,
I mean, I think that might be a good t-shirt design, just casual nihilism.
yeah.
And then like a good illustration to go with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. Mr. Meeseeks. And they have one hue on each page and show the value and chroma variations very accurately. Okay, I'll give it. Yeah, I'll give that.
I haven't heard of that. I've always used Pantone colors, but I'm more familiar with print stuff than painting stuff.
Mm-hmm. Let's draw 100 Mr. Meeseeks. Is that a challenge, Queldar? Because I'm totally up for that.
100, wow.
I'm down for
You'll
that.
definitely learn how to draw him after you draw 100.
Hang on, let me show him. Sam printed printed a little small Mr. Meeseeks. I don't know if you can see him on this camera. I'll show him on this camera. You're gonna see him in a sec.
Oh, Pete's here. Hi, Pete.
Hey, Pete. You're gonna see Mr. Meeseeks in a couple seconds.
Oh, yeah, I see him now. Yeah, a little bit
Yeah,
of delay.
yeah. Uh,
I'm excited. So you're going to do that maybe next week on the stream?
yeah, I have to practice setting up the stream with the Adobe Photoshop and all that stuff.
Oh, you just do screen share. That should be even easier than bringing out the cameras. Yeah. That'll make it even easier because you just screen share instead of pick the camera. And then everything that's on your screen run on Photoshop is going to go on OBS.
Yeah. Hope I'll figure that out.
I don't know that much about it, but if you need any help, I know how to do that.
Okay.
I'm sure Eddie knows how to do it more than I do.
Probably Eddie knows everything. Comes to digital and that kind of stuff.
But he doesn't stream, does he?
Doesn't stream, no. Okay, I think so. Let's see. I love Mr. Meeseeks. Yeah?
Harry said that he's requesting you to use oils from this point on. Harry just really likes his oils. He can't stray.
Okay.
Keep Harry away from his oils.
All right, Harry. I gotcha. I'll use oils from now on. I'll balance between oils and digital to make my friends happy. How's that? That work for you guys?
No, I want you to never use oils. What are you going to do with that information?
Right. So, well, this stuff is drying. This is drying. So I was thinking, I'm looking for feedback too and advice. So I'm gonna shore up. I'm gonna kind of make these bubbles a little nicer. But before, I'm thinking of doing two sources of light, one from the top that is a warm light, just like on the castle, how it has the highlight on the left side. And then I'm thinking of adding an extra source of light from the bottom right under the fish. That should be like a greenish blue light that is just shining upwards on the fish and on the rock. What are you guys thinking about that?
I mean, I think that'd be cool. It's hard to visualize to know what that'd look like. What you have right now is really pretty.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, whenever I get stuck with making these decisions, I take a picture of my art and then I'll just upload it in Photoshop and play with colors and see what it does, what happens, and what it looks like, and that lets me know whether I should have made that decision or not.
Harry says he has Mr. Meeseeks on his side. Mr. Meeseeks, I request you to ask Laura. Oh, that's what he said. I don't stream, I just party crash other people's streams. Awesome. Okay, I gotta go and bring my beginner oil painting for you guys to see, because I think it's going in a good direction, but I'll take feedback.
Alrighty.
Okay, before you guys roast me, I just want to say that I'm not a portrait master. Also, I'm not a. This was my first time using oils, and probably the first time painting a face. No, just kidding. I painted a face. Anywho. Okay, this is it. You can roast it. It's not done though. You see how shiny it is? I just can't deal with the shininess. It's incredibly shiny.
I don't know anything about shininess I know I had the similar issue when I used oils with it being very shiny.
Okay.
Oh, I think it looks really cool.
Like it? I'm thinking, so
Yeah.
this is just a black and white version. And actually, I didn't use any black. It was just the colors that they gave me, and I mixed them all, and that made this dark color. But I'm thinking of adding some color on these wavy waves coming in, kind of like rainbow, kind of like electric sparkles. Oh, colorful. And then these balls will be all chocolate pralines. Chocolate. So, yeah. I'll work on this in a future stream, I promise.
I think it looks really cool just as is. So you want to add, you said, some color?
Yeah, I want to add color. And those balls will be all chocolate.
Chocolate, okay.
Chocolate, yeah. Thank you, Queldar.
Yeah, it looks pretty. Super impressive for your first time working with oils.
Thank you guys so much. Make the greenish blue light with purplish blue. Okay. Greenish blue light with purplish blue. Like a iridescent, or how do you make that?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he means. With hints of red. He's trying to bring more balance, I think.
Alright, I'm gonna take you guys a little... Oh, I can't take it closer. Just about like this. I'm gonna work on the bubbles a little bit. They look a bit messy. I'm gonna clean them up. So what are you up to, Clara? Are you working today?
Yeah, I'm doing a bit of work. I mean, Fridays are my more relaxed days, I'll be honest. So not doing too much. I'm doing pretty simple tasks and just drinking some tea.
It's good. Replace it with a purplish blue rather than greenish. That's good.
You don't need to make it color. You don't need to make it impressionistic if you don't want to. You can do it in your style. That's the point. So if you want to go hard, realistic, you can.
You want to make it difficult for yourself, you can.
Yeah. Do what you want. I mean, if you want to make it impressionistic, my stuff, I'll be honest, it just kind of comes out kind of impressionistic because that's that's what I like.
Because you're loose and relaxed and you're not
Yeah,
tied up like Lewis.
yeah, I'm pretty, I get to a point where I start getting lazy and I don't know. It's just what I gravitate towards. And I mean, I will try doing more realistic stuff. Like I tried the realistic drawings from his class, and it was a lot of work.
No, no.
It like I literally spent all week, and those were all the drawings that I did, and they were not even finished. There was only like a couple drawings I did, and it took me like a whole week. Each day, I spent like several hours, and that's all I came up with. It's just a lot of work. But it's good. I mean, it taught me a lot. Like you have to put in the work to learn how to like see things in that way and get better. It's not
Mm-hmm.
something you just happens for free, but it's difficult for me to go hyper realistic because I like to have my projects completed much sooner than that. I If I go back to pieces that I worked on, I lose enthusiasm and
Mm-hmm.
then I just never finish them or they don't come out good because I just get so lazy because I'm forcing myself to finish it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lewis would say that sometimes you have to you have to trick your mind into liking the things you don't like.
Mind control myself to not be lazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is there's a lot of things I have to do that with. And art
Yeah,
is my hobby and thing that I enjoy. And I don't want my thing to be enjoyed to be something I trick myself to enjoy.
right.
But I agree with that, and I do it to a point. You just gotta find that limit, like what works for your lifestyle and what you like. And I don't know. I'm not as the realistic style. I don't like the look of it as much as like some of my looser sketches. Like the sketch I did yesterday was like kind of more my vibe.
Yeah, you're more about the feeling rather than the exactitude of the, correctness. Like,
Yeah, I
right?
like kind
Yeah,
of seeing how I can push it to make it more interesting. I
yeah.
find that really enjoyable.
That's good. That's your stuff. Wow. Nothing wrong with that. Um, I would create an interesting contrast. Yes. Not really too washed out, but the adjustment, impressionist, that were in the beginning of the movement all went to French Academy. Huh. Okay.
I need to go to the French Academy. I wouldn't, okay. So I say my stuff is more impressionistic with heavy emphasis on more. I don't even consider my stuff even impressionist. I think it just has that's the closest thing I can describe it to. But yeah, I realize you have to know how to draw realistically and correctly first before digging into making it like that. And so it's something I need to practice still learning how to draw
Mm-hmm. Well,
correctly.
yeah, and taking Lewis's class will help you. And even though you don't go all out realistic like Lewis does, it'll still help you have your pieces look more, have a better overall feel and composition and perspective and proportions. That's it. And even that with your style, it's still be gonna help you do what love your art more, right?
Yeah, you got to do both. You got to like learn how to be technically better, but you also have to learn like what you love and do what you enjoy.
Right. All about
And
balance.
and Harry said he shared his first oil attempt on the Discord. I don't know if you saw it.
Miriam is like, who's Lewis? Lewis is our traditionally schooled friend who also does YouTube live streams. And he also has these courses that teach you how to draw um, the academy style. Uh, you know, like the human body figure drawing and all that, oil painting, all that traditional stuff. So he's a good friend. He's not here. Where? Who is Louis? Indeed.
Yeah, he's usually here. He's one of the first.
Yeah. Miriam says, it's one of the first things I love about art. It's so interesting and so many different styles and possibilities of one subject. Yeah. Five people could paint the same photo reference but won't have the same painting. Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
I always think that's really cool. That's one of the reasons I like doing classes, is seeing everybody's way that they see things. And I don't know, I think that's really neat. That's one of the reasons I really like to draw this in your own styles, because you get to see everybody's
yeah, I was gonna say
version of
that.
the same piece. Oh,
Uh-huh.
sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Miriam, Clara, you guys follow each other on Instagram. I know you do, because I see you guys in the same places. And Clara just started a do this in your own style challenge that I'm excited to do one day when I have time, one evening or weekend or something. I have to put it on my calendar. I find that only like this I get things done if I put them on my calendar. Otherwise,
Yeah, it's a
forget.
lot.
Forget, yeah. But you're right with the classes. When I was teaching the other day on Wednesday evening, I have a very lively group of 8 ladies. Oh my god, they're such a hoot. They're really funny, and they I teach just one painting, and they all have different effects. Funny how differently they paint. They mix the colors are different. Is different. But at this point, I find that they have learned that it's okay to make the colors look more like they want rather than exactly what I said that the color should be. Because we do landscapes at the moment and other things that could be very easily personalizable, customizable, as long as, you know, the values are pretty similar. Yeah, he's usually here taking over the chat.
Yeah, he is.
Look at you now, super skilled. Wait, is this the Clara? It is the Clara!
I am the, who is the Clara? I am Clara. Yeah, I have definitely seen. I've seen Miriam's YouTube videos because she does a lot of really good
Art
sketchbox
description.
openings,
Yeah.
and always really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure I have her followed on Instagram.
I'm pretty
And I
sure.
see her art a lot because she does a lot of sketch, like really good sketchbox art.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Uh,
You moving furniture, Clara?
my husband's in the kitchen. Sorry.
I'm just kidding. All good. For once, my dog isn't barking.
And yeah, you should definitely do the draw this in your own style, Miriam. I really appreciate anyone who can, because like I said, it's really cool. Anyone who can join it makes me really happy to see everyone's style, and it's really interesting to see what everybody creates. And yeah, and also look up Lewis's classes because I took the class last month, and it's super helpful. Really appreciated it. And I think the biggest thing that like I really appreciated about the class was he takes the time to like go over your art and shows you exactly like what little things you can do to tweak and fix it, and really made a difference in helping me see where I was like making similar mistakes.
I put his name in the chat, Miriam. He just released a video today on roasting Clara's and Quelder's art, and
Oh
you
yeah,
can you
maybe
can
no.
catch
Don't look at that one right away.
you can catch a little bit of his style. He's a little spicy. He's got a little bit of a ego problem. Don't tell him I said anything.
I posted his drawing class too. If you want to see more about it.
You didn't hear that from me.
He'll watch the live stream. Probably not.
No, he won't. Didn't even have time to watch, to hear his own voice on my video last time.
Oh,
Such
that
a
was really cool. That was always Sunday. I completely forgot, but that was a really cool video you put together. I really like how you use my voice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for lending your voice. I really enjoyed using all your voices. Gotta join the Discord so I can see your painting, Harry. Miriam, that art isn't representative or That's funny. Don't look at my old art.
I don't know. I don't know if I have ability to invite people to Discord. That might be something you or Eddie have to do.
Um, it's Lewis's Discord, so I don't know. Quelder, he may have bigger powers than I do.
Yeah, he has the power.
He has the power. Basically just doing these highlights in white now to kind of clean the edges, and then I'm gonna go with some color. I think some color will really wanted to bring something warm to kind of complement everything, add a little bit of spice and variety. A very cool scene, very cool colors in here. I like it. I like how I tried to limit the palette this time. Because usually I'm all over the place with the colors.
I like this color palette a lot, like the blues and greens. So you're thinking of adding some color to the bubbles, right?
Yeah, adding a warm highlight from the left side.
Oh yeah, that would look cool. And Harry suggested it should be red or purple.
Harry said, I think from the bottom it should be a purplish blue rather than a greenish blue. Initially, what I thought is from the bottom it should be the warm highlight, but then I thought it'll be kind of difficult to bring something warm from here since I already have these cool clouds. So that's why I wanted to do this kind of color so that I don't have to change the clouds. I think bluish purple would be fine too, because I already have a little bit of purple in here. I could do that. So that would be like 3 colors, basically.
Yeah. Let's give it kind of an iridescent look. I think that would be pretty.
Yeah. Ew. And I'm not really worried about these bubbles not being perfectly round, because in underwater bubbles get all blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, nature is rarely perfect.
Yeah. And we are part of nature. That's my reason. Excuse. It's the Sometimes I have trouble being bold with the lightness and the darkness. I go kind of subtly when in fact I should be quite bolder. And sometimes I'm too bold. Like, that was too bright. You have that problem that you don't know when to how light and dark to make things every now and then?
Oh yeah, all the time. Well, like I said, whenever I'm on the fence, I do 2 things whenever I'm on the fence. One is I send my work in progress to like my closest art friends and just straight up ask them, does this look good? Should I do this? And I have enough of a like I don't know, like we go back and forth enough that they're pretty honest. And if that doesn't give me any direction, then like I said, I'll take a picture of it and put it in Photoshop and Photoshop it.
Yeah.
But I rarely know like what's gonna look the best, and like especially it's like hard when these final decisions of like you don't want to ruin it or do something you can't take back. And I guess like you said with acrylic, you can always paint over it, but you put so much work in it already. You don't want to have to redo it.
Yeah, sometimes, especially sometimes you can't go over everything, you know. Sometimes when you're at the highlighting stage, you're already pretty done in. And it's a bit difficult to change highlights and all those more subtle things rather than changing a whole block of, for example, this rock. I was pretty confident just painting the whole thing, because then a block is easier to replace than like glazing highlights on something on bubbles, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Huh, that's a pretty nice color. Very, just an off-white basically. I just put a little bit of cadmium red and some yellow on this white and diluting it a little bit more. More white. So warm up a little bit. I know it's a very controversial subject, but personally, I really enjoy the way Thomas Kincaid did all of his light paintings. I really love the sunniness, the light in them.
Which artist you said? Thomas Kincaid?
Yeah, I know he did some crappy practices, or I don't know, some controversy around him. But overall,
I've
his
never
work
heard of him.
does these very soft light painting. It's very nostalgic looking. Look him up.
Oh yeah, it kind of feels like the Hobbit from Lord
Mm-hmm.
of the Rings, just very lovely and soft and glowy. I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
but the controversy was that he wouldn't share his technique or some sort of pricing problem. I don't know. I don't go in for the controversies and the dramas in the artist world. I really hate that.
There can
Just
be a surprising lot of art controversy.
yeah, I'm more of a art over the artist sort of thing, mostly. Or I don't like to mix the two very much. I don't like to hate somebody's art for their personality, or necessarily loving their art for their personality. I may like their personality and like their art, kind of, but like with Bob Ross, for example, I don't want to learn any nasty things about him now, since I kind of like the dude overall. I don't want anything to taint my opinion of anybody.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel actually the same way when it comes to like musicians too, where some people will a
Yeah,
musician will make some sort of stupid comment on Twitter, and then
yeah.
everyone was like, "We got to cancel them because they think this thing." It's like I don't care about their opinion on this thing. I just listen to their music. They shouldn't be more like I'm not going to look at them for their politics. I mean, if they're
Yeah.
blatantly like out there being hateful, like that's a problem. But I'm not going to look into it and try to dig up dirt. You know.
So Harry says Kincaid is the only artist who sold his company's stocks on the Wall Street. He used to say the painting technique was from God himself and unnecessarily made his landscape paintings political. He was an alcoholic and cheated on his wife. I don't care about that. You know, like, so what? So
We
what
always
if
get
he
the
was an
backstory
alcoholic?
from
Right.
Harry.
See, I don't care about the alcoholic part. Maybe I'm an alcoholic. You guys don't know. if
Yeah,
if
it's
if
not your business.
if what it takes to make good art is alcohol or whatever vice, I don't care. You know, whatever. People use these crutches to cope with life. And there are a lot of people who are alcoholics who aren't good artists and painters, you know, and we don't judge them for that. Just because you're an artist, you don't have to be perfect, you know, like, no, you're, I don't know. I feel that sometimes I bribe myself with things just so that I can get something done. And you know what? I don't feel bad about myself for it. I'm like, you know, I used this crutch, but at least I managed to get through the day and I did something done. And I feel good about it. Rather than doing the thing and not doing anything, or just not doing anything. You know, I'd rather have a vice and make good art rather than not have a vice and not do art, or have a vice and not do art. I have vices, is what I'm saying. And I'm not afraid, I'm not ashamed of it. So what? But I don't go out and flaunt them. I don't go out and say, make things political, and I don't like to comment on political things, because I think whatever your opinion is, it's your own business.
There's something different about like having personal things about you that aren't perfect versus like you outright, like I said, spreading hate or making things into something they don't need to be. Like,
yeah. That's Harry. When you get to one point, you're like, oh, this life. Don't talk to me about life.
Lewis is here. He made it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and Shannon is here. Smooks 1129. Thank you, Shannon. That is how I felt about Oliver Peck. He's a tattoo artist, and then I learned he did blackface at some point for Halloween. Made it. Thank you, Louis. You made it. If Bush can be an artist, Kincaid is okay in my book. Bush? What Bush? The band or the former president? I was like, great. So upsetting. I also don't know who blackface is. Also, famous folks should be looked at as people, flawed, and not held at a higher standard like their gods, of course. I like this setup. Thank you, Louis. Understand having imperfection and making mistakes as humans, but there are some things that are just like, why? Yeah. This is the Lewis.
Yes,
Miriam?
this is the Lewis.
Lewis in the house. Lewis, you're a famous personality here. Miriam was like, who is this Lewis you guys keep blabbering on about? Well, we're like, oh, this loser who we know, but just kidding. We only said good things about you. You can go and rewatch the stream if you want. Make sure, but are you in the stream? Lewis, you wanna hop on the stream? In Discord? Oh, it was the music that was making a hey noise. I thought it was Lewis.
He must be busy.
Of course he's busy. He's probably working on his next masterpiece.
Yeah, he said he can't at the moment.
And we forgive you. Are you working on your commission piece? Or filming or something? Eddie, you want to jump on? He's probably eating dinner.
Yeah, he seems to be a little in and out. Well, we know Lewis isn't working on the video. He's been working on for like the last few weeks because that's been a
Yep. Okay.
but okay.
Okay. Adding this tiny little highlight. Happy little highlight.
Happy little highlights.
Happy little.
Yeah.
Hey,
Guys.
it's in the house.
Yes.
Hello, welcome.
So what are we doing? It's looking good. Look at that fish. Hey, that's the
Thank
one I
you.
put a machine gun on top of, isn't it?
You know, for promoting so much violence, Louis, I have not seen one machine gun in one of your paintings. So don't stop it with the blood and the machine guns.
I'll have to remedy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need to add a machine gun to your commission piece.
Your next portrait will be you with a machine gun.
Oh yeah, that'd be
No
perfect.
clothes, just you with a machine gun. You can put
Totally
it.
ripped.
You can put it anywhere you want. Oh,
I
that
think
came
I will
out
do
so
that.
wrong. Not even gonna
I think
say
I will
that's
do
what
that.
she said.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was literally so I was going 100% for the last couple weeks, like seriously, just nonstop. And then today I have been so inefficient, and I just exercised. My parents' place, helped out there some, and then got back to my apartment, need to eat, and then I'll probably end up working late to make up for the morning.
You need to eat? You don't
Still
look
need to
like you
eat.
eat.
Haven't eaten. Yeah, I haven't eaten.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
This
looking good,
darn
Laura.
body.
Huh?
Thank
Yeah.
you. That this darn body needing all these things for us to provide, like,
I
come on.
know, it's such an inconvenience. It really is. Yeah.
Requests. Feed me, I'm too cold, I'm too hot. I need to something.
Yeah. It's Quell Darius. I saw him earlier in chat. Oh, wait, there he is. Hi, Shannon.
Miriam says, during the Jim Crow era, white people would paint their faces black and act out stereotypes and make fun of black people. So now, whenever someone paints their face black for whatever reason, even if they don't mean it in a bad way, it's offensive. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Stereotypes can be very hurtful.
People just need to chill. Stop taking things so serious. Relax. Laugh a little. Do it all the time. Catch up on chat.
Oh, thank you. Now you guys can do the whole chat thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help a little.
Yeah.
But I don't want to interrupt you from reading it either.
You don't have music in the stream, do you?
I do. I think the song just ended.
Oh, wait. I'm being dumb because I put it on mute so I can hear you in Discord. But I was still watching the stream, and yeah. So I took a real risk doing the painting on the stream this week, but I need to get it done. There's no other choice. This is looking good, Laura.
Thank you, Louis.
I like it.
So what did he say? I'll take critiques and not critiques, just feedback and helpful advice if you have any.
Me?
I'll take it, but I don't. Yeah.
I mean, just I don't really have anything.
Start over.
Yeah,
That's what Harry basically said. Start over with oils.
I mean, technically, it's looking good. I like it. Just keep on being creative with it. You know, the thing is, the reason why it looks good is because you're taking your time and you're like going back into it. You know, you're continuously working it, and that's what we're supposed to do.
Right. I am hoping to get it done today. Not to rush anything, but this has been lying in my house for so long, just staring back at me. Hey, I'm one of your 10 plus paintings that needs to get finished. When are you gonna finish me?
Never.
I think that's
Yeah.
really typical, though, is to have those pieces that you never finish. I think every artist has those pieces.
Yeah, if you're
It's
a moron.
ambitious. Oh yeah, you don't have any unfinished pieces right now.
No, finish everything. I start. It only takes a couple days too. Never really take that long on my
Yeah, I
one.
don't know about that.
Dark Star. Scrap the whole thing. LOL. Scrap it. Start over. I've been told that. Painting this far along, the teacher comes up there like, start over. What?
That's why you don't spend hours and days on a painting. Because
Just
you
give
never know
up.
when you have to start over. Yeah.
Just give up before then. Before you have to start over. Yeah, looks good.
I mean, how much would you impress a teacher if they came over to give you a critique and you were like, you know what, don't even look at it. I'm just going to start over. And you just do that every time so that they never, ever.
One step ahead of you.
Yeah, they never have to say your stuff looks bad.
And then you realize that you don't know how to paint at all because you never actually go past like the halfway point.
Well, yeah, this isn't a strategy to become a better artist. This is just a strategy to outsmart the system.
Outsmart the system? That's actually trying to help you.
Yes.
I'll go with that. And then Dark Star says, "Unfinished paintings haunt me."
Yeah.
Dark Star, I like your your little avatar portrait, the girl with the pearl
Yeah, the
earrings.
veneer. Yeah.
Yeah, the Vermeer, yeah. It's pretty sweet. It's like a cartoon version.
She's actually a YouTuber as well.
Oh, really? No
yeah,
way.
she does a lot of like she has a sketchbook art but she also does like a lot of box openings for Sketchbox and I think other subscriptions and
Let me exit the
cool.
stream. Dark Star.
That's how we know each other.
Creations.
Yeah, all the fellow artists from Sketchbox know each other.
Cool. Subscribe. There you go. Really cool. Yeah. It's much better than Laura's channel. Much better. Look at this. So much more organized, prettier colors. Probably has a softer voice than Laura, who's
That is
angry.
not possible. Laura's the softest voice.
So makes
I
Bob
will
Ross.
cut you off there.
Yeah, before I come online and I do my videos, I'm in there in the kitchen with the honey like and then just swallowing raw egg whites and stuff. You don't know what I go through for my voice.
She goes through quite the process to get her voice to sound like that. What you do for your craft.
Yeah, I'm sure you're doing it right now too. Like instantly within the stream.
You don't see it, but I have a secret straw that feeds, drop by drop of honey straight in my vocal cords.
Quildar, what are you doing? Dutch masters are the best, yo. What did you call Quildar? The 12-year-old Dutch boy, or what was it?
Oh yeah, but Laura was talking about his voice.
No, he commented on his voice.
he was talking about his own voice that Laura used for her video, and he said I sound like the 12-year-old, and I said, you sound like the Dutch Californian 12-year-old. I didn't call him the 12-year-old. I said just Dutch California because he learned English watching, he said, like movies and learning like the California dialects. So that's why he has a little bit of a California sound to his voice.
Dark Star, you can keep going. Just ignore Quildar. Let's continue. Go on.
Keep saying good things about me.
I think the most good things they've heard about my lessons. Most of the good things, especially were was the last lesson I did in this morning's video. I believe my memory serves me correctly. I was critiquing one of Quildar's works in that video, and I've gotten thousands of emails, comments so far on that saying it's amazing how I turned literally the worst painting that they've ever seen into a masterpiece. They got a very warm feeling. They praised me for my patience in dealing with symbols such as Queldar. But go on. You know,
I haven't watched the video yet, so I can't confirm
you
or deny.
what?
I can't because I don't know if I told you this, Liz, but
What?
I told
He's
my
got a life.
mom, yeah, that I told my mom that my art was going to be critiqued by a famous YouTuber online.
Yes, very famous.
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh no, that sounds really tough. That's going to be really hard. Do you want me to like watch it with you with like a glass of wine?" And I was like, "Yeah, that'll help me get through it." So
Well, we can-
watch it with her.
We can go into our favorite closet and crouch down and hold our knees together and maybe sip on
cry
some
a little.
wine.
Some people have yobs. That's what Queldar is saying. Queldar, why do you pronounce it that way, yobs? That's how I'm reading it.
No, Miriam, don't feed his ego. Yobs. Oh
you
God.
can keep feeding it. It needs to be nourished because my ego is attached to my raging flame of a being. It's also intertwined with my brain, which is substantial, as we've stated and I've proven several times before. Requires a lot of energy, sweet nectar. Let's put it that way. And so any, it absorbs whatever you have to say.
And basically, he feeds on our praises, is what he's trying to say. Keep going, otherwise Louis is gonna stop. All of a sudden, it's like, no, keep going, oil it.
I don't need the praises. My brain is actually self-sustaining. I have set this up where it's, I guess green energy is the thing these days. That means you're sophisticated and smart and know better than everybody else, and then you can judge them to their face and guilt them if they, aren't green. So I've taken that route with my own brain, and it's self-sustaining at this point. It generates enough energy, and I recycle it, which is how it grows at the rate in which it does. But I'm also very humble, and I do accept praise because I know it makes the person feel good who's giving me praise. So if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Is your cranium keeping up with the growth of your cerebellum?
Well, the cerebellum has it's become denser than when a star goes supernova and it sucks the universe in, and literally a pin tip, like the tip of a pin, is the equivalent of 20 miles of Earth. That is about the density of my brain at this point. So that enables it to fit inside of my skull.
What was that? Can you repeat that?
You want me to? I can.
Go ahead.
With the brain of yours.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So when a star goes supernova, it sucks the entire
it does suck.
galaxy into it. And essentially, if you have a pin tip, imagine a pin tip, how small that is, okay? That pin tip, the tip of the pin is now the equivalent of 20 miles of Earth that has been sucked and compressed into that little tip. Imagine that density, okay? Imagine how heavy that is. That is the density of my brain, which enables it to fit inside of my skull. How's that?
You know that 99.99% of everything is just empty space. But not your brain, though.
It evolved past that the moment I exploded out of the womb. I said, I need to fix this.
Your poor mother. Only saying that because...
Yeah, that doesn't sound comfortable for her.
Queldar, I didn't say you were Swedish.
Oh my god, Queldar, YouTube keeps holding your...
That's why I was wondering why you're pronouncing it Yobs,
Uh,
okay?
okay, your brain definitely seems recycled to me. At no point in
I
your
hope you know.
rambling, incoherent response were you close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room
Billy
is now
Madison.
dumber, right? Oh my
It's true.
Billy
god.
Madison quote. That's hilarious.
I can't believe YouTube restricted that message just for the word dumb. Isn't that stupid? Like,
Yeah, it
come
is
on,
stupid,
YouTube.
but they
You
believe in having conversations. They're always saying, "Let's have
right.
conversations." So I guess we have to take them at their word for it and overlook this stuff.
Like, I can say dumb live, but you can't write it, right?
I don't think it's filtered on my stream. I never get notifications that anybody's saying anything wrong.
That's because
You just
I
let
don't
it all
know.
go.
I wonder if you have something set up in settings, Laura.
Maybe I do have censoring.
I award you no points and may God have mercy on yourself. That was a great scene. That Swedish dumbass. That's also kind of a funny quote art quote. My brain's not recycled. I just saw that, dick.
I thought you said it was recycled. It was sustainable. You have a sustainable brain. You want artists support you.
The energy
Supporting a
in it is
sustainable artist.
sustainable. I'm not recycling my own brain. It's the energy that fuels this powerhouse of cylinders. Cylindric.
It's just like
Amazing.
fish that breathe and excrete in the same water, basically.
Wait, did you say fish?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't compare my brain to fish. Okay.
Why? What do you have against fish?
Yeah.
Fish are inferior creatures to cows. They taste better than fish.
Cows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
There's some very smart fish out there.
Drinking your own pee. What are you on about? It's not drinking your own pee. This is clean energy. Fish brain. Shut up.
Hey, come on. We are all fish positive here, okay? I just happen to like fish, and I just happen to think that fish know a whole lot more than we think that they do. Just because we don't know what goes on in a fish's brain doesn't mean that they don't know more than we think they do.
By the way, Laura, you're welcome.
You're welcome. Too. Why?
Because every time I enter this chat, you lose people viewing, and what that's doing, it's sifting out the people who don't care about you and the people who do remain, and so it's showing your true friends.
Well, actually, maybe they leave while you're talking.
Do people actually leave? I didn't even notice.
Yes.
That's funny.
While Lewis was talking. Just kidding. Who cares? People come and go all the time. When I talk too, so.
Lewis, you should try the honey routine.
Why? My voice raspy?
Gonna make it nice and smooth.
I don't need a smooth voice. I'm not a chick. I'm a gruff, tough man.
There.
It's filtering out the people who can't Shut up. Just watch the video. Watch the video.
Oh, Lewis, I did enjoy very much the first 3/4. That's just about how much I could get, because I had to get ready for my stuff. But
oh, I hear you.
I did enjoy it a lot. Yeah, I got to where you started with Queldar's and you fixed his her hands. Look pretty good. I like it. I look forward to finishing watching that.
I liked yours that I didn't get to comment because the second I finished it, I think I had to bring my dad outside the studio or something. But yeah, yours was really good. The one that you put together, and that script that you wrote was That was in depth. How long did that take you?
Well, there's something to be said about research and copy and paste, and I didn't write it all out with my own hands. I did make up some things, but
Yeah.
some of the
No, never share your secrets, Laura.
I
You came
mean,
all of it.
I came up with all of it, Louis. It took me
Wikipedia.
It took me like, oh my, Wikipedia. That's the worst resource for anything.
I need
Besides,
to get my scripts 1 second.
Besides, that's how
Wikipedia.com.
people can find out that you've been copying from Wikipedia. You just get your resources from smaller things where people wouldn't find them. You actually do them a favor by getting the word out, which is pretty much what I think they want to happen.
Yeah,
So I
this
just
is true.
enabled the truth.
Enable the truth.
No shame
Right,
in that.
activated.
Yeah.
Turns it into poetry. Lauren takes Wikipedia text and turns it into poetry.
Besides, I did make up some of the things, like the sandwich story. Well, the sandwich story, I heard it before, but I couldn't find the resource, so I had to remember it with my own brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good though. It was fun pronouncing those Japanese names.
I know, I noticed. Motainai.
You should never.
Motainai.
With purpose.
The feeling of Motainai, the feeling.
Well, after hearing everyone else's voices like being very calm, having yours being calm, and then you suddenly like yell out whatever Japanese word it was, really changed the pace with the video.
I thought I really screwed up. See, the thing is, I didn't know. You asked me to do that, and everybody sounded like I liked yours, Clara, because I like the lisp in it.
Oh boy,
you have a lisp too, Louis. Yours actually is more pronounced than both of ours.
I don't have a lisp. Shut up.
Your lisp is more pronounced than both Clara and mine.
I do it on purpose, though. Wait, I
yeah, right.
Right now, I didn't mean to. I do it on purpose. Because I was thinking about it. You're faking me out. Stop it.
You restructure the structure inside your mouth to produce the list that you require.
I do. When I say your ass, I can say your ass.
I don't mean that. I mean when you say your regular S's, you have the same kind of I don't know.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I might.
You don't know that?
Queldar, no, I don't. Queldar says, give a man a sandwich he eats for a day. Teach a man to sandwich, and he eats more sandwiches.
How do you teach a man to sandwich? What are you painting, Miriam? You're going to see a stand-up comedian? Oh, that's awesome. Who? What are you seeing? I love stand-up comedy. Do you guys have favorite stand-up comedians?
I could think about that and probably give you an answer. You know who's really good was Robin Williams.
Huh.
He was very good.
Yeah? Robin Williams. I mean...
Monson! Hi, Laura. Just dropping in quickly on my break. Smiley face.
Hey, Ermin. Thank you so much. Thank you. He's so supportive. You know, Louis, we know Ermin from VRA. He's been in VRA. I think he joined when we joined.
No way. No way.
Yeah. Check out his channel. He's actually got Canva, all sorts of tech tutorials. Monson Media.
Monson Media. His name is
Ermin. He also has a very soothing voice.
Monson Media.
He's from Canada, so he's way chiller than we are.
Right. Ooh, he broke the 1K sub. Ooh.
Yeah.
Good.
Congrats, Ermin. He did it.
Better thumbnails than us, Laura.
Well, of course.
Top one is.
Yeah,
Monson
I know.
4 hours ago.
Okay, Queldar, have fun to your stand-up comedy. Dutch stand-up. Nice.
Bye, Queldar. We'll meet again soon. unfortunately.
June-ish? I think it was May. Yeah, it was the end of May when we
It
joined.
is.
Yeah.
Skin retouching in infinity? Photo using frequency separation? Okay. I'm gonna sub to this. Actually need this. I'm thinking of switching to infinity.
What's that?
Monson. It's instead of Adobe Premiere because so Photoshop used to be free, like or free to use after you bought it, right? You had to
Okay.
pay one time. Now they have this subscription fee, which you know I don't mind paying, but um, it's the creators of Photoshop. There were some of them, I believe. Now Monson might correct me if I'm wrong, but
His name is
they range
Ermin, like Ermin.
Ermin, and no different than 100 subs.
Bye, Miriam. Thank you for stopping by.
But
Hi,
like,
Miriam.
they wanted to provide still, you know, the same program except make it free. So Affinity is like a very good Photoshop alternative, and apparently has like the same setup and everything. That's what I've been told. I've been meaning to buy it. It's like $50 or something, 60 maybe. I don't know. And they have different ones like Affinity Photos, which I think would be the one uh, most similar to Photoshop. So I'm thinking of getting that instead of Photoshop. Affinity is the closest replacement to Photoshop you could find. Well worth it in value. And Armin, do they update it as well? I assume they would.
Is it better than Canva? Because you've been doing Canva for a long time.
What do you use Photoshop for?
What do I use it for? Well, we use it for like
Thumbnails.
yeah, thumbnails, but pictures, and especially like in videos, you can put pictures in them, you know, like B-roll film or footage or whatever. Sometimes, like you know, the special effects, you could use it for that. You can get creative, you know, create a PNG file with like a transparent background, and then you could overlay that into your videos. So you use it in tandem. At least I do right now. I mean, I'm amateur with my editing, but I use it in tandem with Premiere. Premiere I do pay for because they update it. It's very smooth. Yes, free updates. Herman says. Okay, excellent. It is.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna
Herman,
ask
right?
what. Yeah, what do both of you use for video software? Because I have Photoshop, but Photoshop obviously doesn't edit videos.
I use Premiere Pro. What do you use,
Me
Laura?
too. Premiere Pro.
It's smoothest. Like I used to. When I first started, I used DaVinci Resolve, but it was very clunky. And you can set it up so it's the same format as Premiere Pro. For my computer, it was very clunky. It was very slow. The playback was very slow. There was always pauses. And for amateur stuff, that's fine. But if you're doing it constantly, if you're constantly on it, it's you know you pay what $200-300 or something for a year subscription for Premiere Pro is for your work. That's completely worth it for me. And so everyone says, with that being said, right now, latest update is something like 10.1. But if they revamp the software to like 11, it may be an additional fee. Can't say for sure. See, I don't mind paying an additional fee every once in a while. Yeah, like if they do a major update, right? They put the word. I don't mind paying for it. That's fine. But I think the way they have Adobe set up, it doesn't make sense. Like if you're kind of an amateur, it doesn't really make as much sense to use Adobe Photoshop, you know, because it's very expensive, and there's so many other things that you could use in place of it. But if you're using like you know After Effects and all these things, you know how to do that. Like you can get the bundle deal, which is I think is such a better deal for how much you get, right? They have it set up that way, and most things are set up that way, but there's a huge difference between buying individual programs on Adobe and just getting a bundle deal. I mean, like a major difference. Whereas, like in others, there's like, yeah, this is slightly better and it's worth it. With Adobe, I found there's a huge difference. So I don't mind doing the Premiere, but I might just DaVinci Resolve has. Erwin says that DaVinci Resolve has been more stable for me than Premiere. Interesting. They've come a long way. However, you do need a decent computer with at least 16 gigabytes of RAM and decent graphics card. So maybe they've improved in the last year. Maybe because like when I first started over a year ago, I was having a little bit more issues with it. And in fact, Premiere has been a little bit slower for me recently. So maybe because like I don't know about you, Laura, but this last video, it kept on bugging out, and I kept on having to restart it.
It comes and goes. I don't know. Yeah, I do find that sometimes it just with specific files, it has more trouble. I don't, yeah, I have noticed. And every now and then I need to. Do you have like an automatic cache cleaning, to delete old files?
So I manually did that earlier this week, I think, because the program basically froze. Also, what I don't like, for some reason, I think Premiere does this. I think Apple's software does it too. They automatically store their temporary files on the C drive. The problem that I have with that is that most people today are using solid state drives as their C drive because you can put your operating system on and all your startup programs on that drive. But solid state, and because to make it start quicker, but solid state drives are expensive, so people buy the drives with less space on them. And so the problem is that when programs like Apple software or whatever automatically like ninja in files, it fills that space up and I can't always find it. So it filled up my C drive, and so my computer started slowing down. So I had to change stuff. It was a real pain. So I had to actually delete some programs. I still haven't found where it's putting the files into. And Armin says, I started with DR15. It's on 17 now. So yeah, it's been improved quite a bit. DR? What's DR? Oh, DaVinci
Resolve. Yeah, I think I haven't used it. I've used like an editing program on my phone. My latest video. It's not good. That's why my video looks like crap.
Well, but you haven't really done a lot of videos.
That's how I started doing my videos on my phone. I don't know. There were some sort of something caught. Yeah, a whole bunch of phone apps and whatever came with the computer, something that was the basic. And it took me a while to upgrade, but it's a big investment. It's definitely, when you go in for these big kind of videos, and especially live streaming on YouTube, oh my god, like a huge computer update that's hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, I know, it's
no
a
joke.
So, wait, Claire, did you start a channel?
I have like 2 videos. I've had a channel, but they're just like they're sketchbook videos. Like just showing my sketchbook.
Okay, what's your channel name, Clara?
Yeah, it's under Claire Lyric.
Wait. LARA CAY.
Yeah, well, you do different kind of editing, Ermin. Okay, yeah, it is difficult editing on phones, but if you do like what Clara did, it was just one big, one file basically. She just did it from the beginning to the end. It wasn't like redone like we do when cutting. She was, I truly commend it, and to be able to speak from the beginning to the finish and not need to cut all those ums and ahs or.
Did she do that?
I didn't cut it at all.
No, so she was really natural, and she didn't really need to.
That's very good. That's very good.
And I edit, and I have, and she you know, you just talk naturally. We have a
Yeah,
script and we have to remember or keep reading the script and messing it up and blurbing our words and stuff. But if you talk
definitely.
naturally, like with a friend, and you know, you don't need to do all of that stuff.
Well, I have to run, but I'll be on the stream, but I have to get off because I have to get into the studio. This is like,
No
I've
worries,
haven't had
Louis.
a late morning like this and I can't remember. It's actually good for me. It's good for me to do this every once in a while, but I need to get in.
Oh, thank you so much for stopping by and chatting.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be in chat and I'll still be in the stream. I just can't
Cool.
be in Discord. Okay.
Coolsies.
All
Thanks,
right.
Louis.
Well, hey, it is looking good. The only thing is just put blood in it, make some explosions, maybe have his ribs blown out or something.
Mm.
And put, let's see, what else can we do here?
And just redo it all in oils.
And
Mm-hmm.
I think give that girl, who seems very innocent, a machine gun or a missile launcher. Blowing out the eye that we see, and that I think would make a good painting.
That's Lewis's channel, Ermin, and then Clara's channel is Lara. Okay.
Oh, it's 40% mobile users. Is that in the analytics? I haven't checked my analytics as much as I should be checking.
I didn't know you could even see that.
I've been in video improvement mode and trying to get my life together mode, which should entail analytics. Okay. Anyway, I gotta run.
See you, Lewis. Thank you.
very
Have fun
good.
on your projects and success.
Yeah, thanks. And Laura, good stream, and Clara, let me know how you like the video.
Will do.
Okay. Bye, all.
Bye, Lewis.
Bye.
When I finish with my portrait oil painting, I'll give that to Lewis to roast. Maybe I'll even finish it this year. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm excited to see how the video turns out, but I think it's really, really cool concept to be able to roast. I don't know. It's a good way to learn.
Yes. I think he was Lewis. He was Lewis. You know, what do you expect? It was Lewis.
Yeah, it's a good fit.
Mm-hmm. It's really funny. Yesterday or the other day, I got in my browse page on my suggestions what to watch. One of Lewis's older videos, and what's it? Yeah, what I was gonna. I don't know. I forgot.
You said you saw one of his videos on the browse page, or like the
yeah.
I
don't know where I was going with that.
Videos show up on mine because I mean, YouTube knows that I'm always watching y'all's videos, so it comes up on mine quite a bit. Was not a gentle roast, FYI. Yeah, that's why I need to drink wine while I watch it.
Oh yeah,
so I cannot watch it now.
That's what I was gonna say. One of his comments, because I forgot. One of his comments, somebody commented, "I can't tell if he's for real or not." Like, really? You can't tell he's making a complete, you know.
Yeah, he has a pretty over the top facade.
Yeah.
And not everyone, you're not gonna be able to. Not everyone's gonna get it, and that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Those people who get it really get it. That's nice.
The landscape one. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, the one with the grass. He has a landscape with a lake with reflections and then grass. How to paint an oil painting like a genius or something.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that one. It looks like an older one.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of older videos that are similarly good quality. Good. It's sad that he doesn't make more videos now.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to take some time. I sometimes, when I run out of videos to watch, I'll go back through your old videos and his old videos and watch like a few. But sometimes I feel creepy doing that. Like
Why?
digging up old videos.
No, that's good. Old videos. I mean, some of my old videos are crappy, but his videos are way better than mine.
I think I watched one of you talking about like not Inktober, but some sort of challenge and how frustrating. Yes, yeah. I watched that one. That was a good one because I was feeling that, I think, at the moment that I watched it.
Yeah. Yeah, last year I did Sketchtober. I don't know what possessed me to do Sketchtober instead of Inktober, but I did it. I attempted to do it. I also attempted to post a video for every drawing that I did, which completely led to burnout. And
oh wow, that's ambitious.
It really messed up my channel because I was posting every day for 2 weeks, and then my channel started at first gaining subs, and I'm like, yeah, and then immediately was losing all the subs that I gained, and I'm like, what the heck is happening? So I stopped posting. I'm like, oh, my channel seems to be possessed. Yeah, I don't know. So I resumed my once a week schedule.
Yeah, you have to do something that's more sustainable. Otherwise, you'll get burned out and you won't make good work. And I mean, your mental health is wanting to draw is way more important than
how could you tell?
And thank you. What was your friend's name?
Oh, Ermin.
Ermin. Thank you, Ermin.
Yeah,
he said he liked my art.
He's very kind.
I appreciate it.
Ermin is very kind and supportive. Oh,
I actually got my prints in yesterday, and they look amazing.
Oh,
so cool. If you ever like wanting to make prints of your artwork,
mm-hmm.
I know the place to order them. They turn out really high quality, like because you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, which one?
It's like this type of printing called, I can't ever pronounce it. Glickly?
Yeah.
Jiggly, yeah. And the website's called Jiggly Today. And you can order just one print, and it costs about like $5, $4. And you can put it on like watercolor paper or like other paper. I did mine all on watercolor paper, and it was really, really high quality. The charcoal pieces actually turned out really nice. And yeah, very pleased with it. If you ever want to make prints of your work, you can just ship them. You can order it on there, order one, and ship them directly. Because I had somebody order a couple prints from Canada, and it costs $60 to ship to Canada. Wow. So I just went on the website and ordered it and shipped it directly to her, and that only cost $12 to ship. So
wow.
A good solution if you ever want to make prints. Like that art show. I mean, I know you're going to be selling a lot of your originals, but if you want to make prints of some of your art that you like or more popular pieces, prints are a good way because they're a little bit, I don't know, people like prints because they don't have to commit to paying thousands of dollars for a piece. They can just support you in a smaller way.
Gotta do more prints. It is true. I have a lot of pours that are just simple pours that I could sell really cheap. I have hundreds of them in one of my rooms in here, and they're just piling up. I have to get rid of them.
Well, I'm sure you could definitely sell those, or you said, you can add something on top of them to make them like unique and cool, and you could definitely sell those. People love. I mean, I'm really excited whenever you send the pour that you made. I really want it.
It's on the way. I sent it. I think Tuesday, the day when I said that, when I asked you if you wanted anything else, I sent it that day. Yeah, I think it was Tuesday.
Yeah, and I think you're probably 2-day shipping from me, so I probably will get it really soon. I might get it by my birthday.
When is your birthday?
It's on Sunday.
Oh, that's cool. Let me write it down. It's in the My phone is away. What is that date? Is November.
November 21st.
Cool. Thank you so much, Ermin. Thank you for stopping by. And I'll see you next time. I appreciate you. Have fun doing your grind. Grind, such a dirty word.
Always back to the grind.
Back to the grind. The only grind I like is the coffee grinder. I don't like any other grinder. You know what? Another one, the pepper one, the pepper grinder. The only
Pepper grinder.
grinder.
Or the mortar and pestle for making pesto.
Yes. Those are the only grinds that I like. See? They're not the grind sort of person. I mean, sure, I do it, but I don't like calling it a grind. Lewis is still here, watching from the shadows.
In the chat. I like the highlights you're adding.
Thank you.
It does, like, those finishing touches are so satisfying.
Yeah. This little purplish, like, Harry suggested. I'm okay with it.
Harry knows best.
I still think that this blue green would have been nicer, but it's okay. I don't mind it so much, as long as I just tie everything together here. But I mixed this purple with a yellowish green, and it made this kind of gray. It's just a little highlight there. And then comes the part that I've been procrastinating on, avoiding, is the girl.
Yeah, not into doing the portraits. Well, this
Not
is figure
so
drawing.
much. It's so small. It's so difficult to get right because it's so freaking small. Then I have to fill in all that color over there with the exact same color, which is gonna be interesting. But I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it blue and white. Black.
You just gotta squint to capture the form. I'm starting to sound like Lewis.
You don't say. Yeah.
I've been brainwashed. Squinting is the way now. I will squint at everything.
Squinting is the way. Yeah.
Another good T-shirt idea. We got so many good T-shirt ideas. So what was the first one? It was that you had was a nihilistic.
Casual nihilist.
Casual nihilist. Okay, so that's got to be one of your first shirts.
Yes, it's gotta be. And then the other one was the Mr. Meeseeks Existence is Pain. Maybe
that's another good one.
That's what's gonna be with Quelder on the stream. We're gonna do 100 Meeseeks.
I'm sure you'll get a good one out of that for the shirt.
Yeah, I am sure.
And then the last one will be squinting is the way.
Or just squint. or something, do better art. Squint.
Let's do better art. Squint. Lewis can make that for his own shop.
Yeah. I think he definitely should. Actually, so I filmed 2 videos that are about to come out. Well, I don't know when, because I didn't edit them. I have to edit them. But the first one that I did, which is gonna be the second one that's gonna come out, is the Sketchbook Tour, the whole year's worth of sketches and drawings.
Oh, I'm excited for that. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. And then the other one is because I go for my merge with Printful and Printify, and I made a video about Printful versus Printify. I noticed that those videos really have a lot of traction. Like, I have one Printify review, the boots. They do these cool Martin boots, and those get a lot of views because there's so few reviews for those boots. And me, when I went to order them, I was looking like a mad woman to find out if those boots were worth what were worth, you know, investing in and buying. I didn't find any reviews except for the review of the company, and everyone knows that those aren't trustworthy.
Yeah.
So I decided to make one myself. I
So you found
ordered.
your niche.
Well, I wouldn't call it a niche,
Yeah, not
but
niche.
it's
You
like
found your area where you could. That was a needed area. What do they call, like a blue ocean? You know, like an area that in need.
so. Also, I was looking for a whole bunch of Printify versus Printful, and I did find some good ones. But then, since I've been with them for a long time, maybe I have something to say, So I got a whole bunch of merch from each one of them. I'm gonna show it, and then yeah, then talk about it for a little bit. But I think they're both are free to use, so you can make merch like shirts and stuff, or hoodies, or anything really. They have so many products to choose from.
Oh, it's kind of like Redbubble a little bit.
Kind of like Redbubble, yeah. But what I like about them is that they integrate with my website, which
Yeah.
you may not, if you do a website, you may want to sell directly from your website. But I also think that the quality maybe is more, I don't know. I have never bought anything from Redbubble, so I'm not really sure about
I bought
Redbubble.
like a skirt and I bought stickers in a journal.
Were you happy? And then you got the pencil pouch.
And yeah, and your pencil pouch. The pencil pouch I love, by the way. Yeah, it's
Glad.
awesome. Yeah, I mean the quality's there. The biggest thing I don't like about Redbubble is I still have yet to be paid by Redbubble.
Mm,
Like you have to have like everything that you sell, you get such a small portion
yeah,
back.
and
And
that's
whatever you get back, it has to add up to $20 before you get paid. And I haven't hit the $20 mark yet. And I've sold like 8 things or something.
yeah, and that's the thing. On Redbubble, you cannot change your profit. You can't mark it up if you want to mark it up. Everything is one price. So I
You
guess that
can mark it up. You can go into each item, but people are less likely to buy something if you mark. You have to
right,
mark it up like a lot, and like 300%. If you mark it up 300%, then you'll get like a reasonable amount for it. Nobody's gonna buy that, and I wouldn't expect them to.
right.
It's like
Yeah,
your cut is just so low. Is the
it
problem?
is low. The cut is low on pretty much everything, and especially yeah, because the products themselves are pretty expensive. If I have a hoodie, oh, for example, this what I'm wearing, the crop hoodie, I think it's like $56 in my shop, which is I think a lot for a crop hoodie. The product on Printful, I think it's something like $30, and then they have shipping, which is also like $8. I don't know. I make maybe $10, $13 from a hoodie like this, and I didn't make a lot of sales, but I think maybe part of it is because I didn't advertise enough. Maybe I have a lot to learn, in terms of graphic design, which I think I do, certainly. And, advertisement, because I think people would pay if they would know that it's a good quality product and really comfy and warm, and I've worn it for so
Yeah.
long. And I mean, if the design is there and people would uh, really resonate with the message, they would get it. Figure out what people want to wear.
I actually didn't even know you had a shop. I'm looking at it now. For me personally, I like cropped hoodies. So that's the product I would get.
I love cropped hoodies because you can wear them with kooky pants like these that have like a You can wear them with loose pants or with a skirt, whereas you can't really wear a long hoodie, you know, like a baggy hoodie with a skirt, or with these kind of pants, because then that'll look weird. But yeah, and this is so thick and soft, and even though it's cropped, it's really warm.
I'm looking now. I'm not looking at your shop. I didn't even look at it before. I didn't even know. You've
Yeah.
advertised it probably before. I just never noticed that you had a shop. Most artists don't. So
To be
I've seen
honest,
your paintings before, but I don't remember seeing your merch.
yeah, to be honest, I'm not really proud of my shop. So this is my Wix website, and I just canceled my yearly membership with Wix, and I started a Squarespace website, which isn't published yet because I still need to finish setting it up. But in the meantime, I just transferred to a monthly subscription on Wix just so that I can still have something in the meantime. But I'm moving over on Squarespace because the Wix web shop, I really don't like it. The Wix website and shop, I really don't like them.
I haven't used it before. I don't have a website, but when I do, it's going to be like my project to build my own because my brother knows how to do that a lot, and he's showed me so many times, just from scratch. And so I kind of want to learn how to do that because I think that would be like a fun, like side project.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing, it's definitely fun. Don't know
I
what you're
like
doing.
learning new things. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing, but I like
Yeah.
learning things like that's like I don't know. I think it makes it a fun challenge.
Definitely is. Oh my gosh, I learned so much, you know, because I didn't know anything about having a website, and for the longest time, my husband was managing it pretty much to the point where he didn't have time to, so he stopped managing it. So then I was forced to start doing that. And then I took control of my life like a grown-ass woman.
Yeah, that's another reason why it's good to learn it so that you're not stuck to have to do it when it's not.
Right. So now this new website, I'm doing it all on my own. I didn't ask for help one bit, even when I got frustrated and not knowing what to do. And I cursed, but I kept going. Yeah. But I just think that, well, Wix is definitely a good starting point because you can start with a free website. When I started off, it was free. I didn't have a shop, I didn't sell tickets or anything. It was just basically a gallery, which was fine. But then I wanted to have, why did I upgrade first? Wanted to, I don't know, have a shop. I think that was the first thing. And once you go into e-commerce, then just adds a whole new level of payment, of, you know, fees and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
It makes it a lot more complicated. I'm thinking whenever I have some downtime, I'm not ambitious enough to do a website. I'll do that eventually. Maybe we'll see how I feel. But I'm thinking there's like a shop feature that they added in Instagram. And I think I want to try that. Because the biggest thing with a website is the website's really nice, but if you don't have anybody going to the website, then it's kind of a waste. Like you could have a really nice website, but you need to like be able to funnel traffic to the website.
Yeah,
so
I need to be much better with marketing and getting people on my email list. You wanna subscribe to my emailing list?
Oh, I needed to do that. How do I subscribe to it? Is it on the it's on the website, isn't it?
It should pop up like a minute when you're a minute in. It should have a pop-up, but I think most people are like, get off the screen, you stupid pop-up.
Oh yeah, I do that.
And, yeah, me
I
too.
hate pop-ups.
Me too. But there's a link at the bottom. I think there's a thingy where it says right in the footer.
Well, yeah, and I have to tell them I'm not a robot.
Yeah, because in the beginning I was getting a lot of robot-y subscribers. I'm like, oh, another subscriber. No, that's a robot.
Do you get a lot of duplicates? Like a lot of duplicate?
I do.
People?
Yes.
So I can tell you why that is if
Why
you
is
want to
that?
know.
Yes, please.
So I learned marketing, but I've spent a long time taking a lot of UI design, UX
Uh-huh.
courses, all about user experience,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of that has to do with like website design.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that's really important when it comes to like using something functional, like a button to
Mm-hmm.
sign up for a newsletter, is having instant feedback that whatever you did it. Like basically like when
Thank you
you
for
click like a button,
subscribing.
yeah, thank you for subscribing, or like a little wheeler, like letting you know. And yours does do that. It's just very small.
Oh.
And it needs to be like in a day and age where people are used to getting like hit over the head with notifications, and like it needs to be done in a way that follows the same pattern that you're used to seeing.
Mm.
And sometimes multiple ways, because otherwise they're going to just keep clicking subscribe, and then you'll get duplicates, or they'll keep signing up because they think it
Ah.
didn't work. So that's why you get duplicates.
Okay. So doing it bigger.
Doing it bigger, or like changing up the different things. So like right now when you hover over the subscribe button, that lets you know that it's a button and that
Mm-hmm.
it's something that you can click, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's something that we've programmed into like you when we use our websites and things, to know that like that's what that means. That's just kind of something we've caught on in our like internet culture, is when you hover over something and it changes color, that means it's clickable.
Yeah.
When it comes to like knowing that something is like gone through, usually you'll either get a pop-up, you'll get a different page, or the
Mm-hmm.
button itself will change and
Uh-huh.
become like red and won't let you click it, or something like that.
Uh,
Like
well, here's
yours
hoping
has
the
like a little
Squarespace.
message.
Yeah. See, that's the kind of thing that Wix doesn't really do very well. Maybe, hopefully, Squarespace will be much better, because some of these things I don't have the power to change. Like the shop is incredibly difficult to change. I can't change the look of it, and I really don't like the look of my shop. Uh, you know, and that's a default. I Hopefully Squarespace will be a little more intuitive and better like that. I hope.
Yeah. And I think an important thing when it comes to like marketing and websites, like you want to capture an aesthetic that like fits your brand, right? But
Mm-hmm.
you also want it needs to be functional. Like every decision that you make, like every color, every button needs to be for a purpose, not just because it's aesthetically pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to just be very functional. But
Mm-hmm.
obviously, like I said, part of that being functional is it needs to capture your aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
So
So,
I would go in the direction of keeping things simple and doing less by still capturing your vibe.
what would you change about my website, Clara?
Oh, this one here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just so I know not to repeat the same mistakes. I mean, the Squarespace website looks differently, but like, I know I don't like it. Don't get me wrong. I know there's things. I just don't know what to change. I know it's wrong, right? I just don't know how it's wrong.
Um,
It
I mean,
looks
just
flat to me, kind of dead.
yeah, it has you don't have much for gradients, which is fine. That's it kind of gives me a feeling reminiscent of like older websites, because it's kind of more on
Yeah.
the flat end. And the way to change that up is like using more like transparency, or using more photos in the background, or I don't
See,
know.
I
There's
had I had photos in the background. This website changed so much. It looked much better in the beginning, but the more transparent, and I had parallax going on, and I had a lot of things, and I felt like that was too much. I felt like all those other fancy things made my website too slow. So I simplified everything, and now I feel like it's too simple. you
so
know?
usually your first page, your shop page, should be like a call to action, like
Hmm.
thing that you want them to do right away. And you want to keep it as simple. You want like a big picture of like what you're about, and then like a button for them to click that is the most important thing that you care about.
Don't I have
And
that? I thought I did that.
you have when I look up your page, maybe it just takes me straight to your shop. Like, oh no, you do. You have a home page.
And it
I was,
says something like, let's make a mural together.
oh yeah, okay. So yeah, I didn't see the home. I was at the shop page, so that makes sense. So yeah, on the home page, you want like just you have a video that's good, and then you have the different. You don't need these below the video. You can remove those. The subscribe to newsletter should be a little bit more like bigger font. And yeah, and then you have more videos in your merch. So I would say less, like I would just have the one video and then a button to subscribe to the newsletter. And then have all this other stuff on your about page or in other places on your website. And then yeah, when they click something you went, oh, I see it now where it says to subscribe and then you get 21% off on your workshops. Okay, mine popped up. I clicked the link that was your shop. I didn't click your website, so that's why. So I thought that was that was not smart of me. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah,
So
the shop is god awful.
yeah, I was looking at the shop this entire time. So yeah, I think less is when it comes to the like first page, you want to have just like a photo and you want the words to be maybe like on top or a video. The video is fine. And you can sometimes you can have like a slideshow of the video, but you want it to just be the one space. You don't want to scroll down because most people won't scroll down is the thing.
Really?
Yeah, people won't scroll past the first part of what shows up on their phone or their computer. Unless there's something to like show an arrow to do it, but they don't want to do that. They find that obnoxious.
Those jerks.
And then yeah, then you have your gallery. Your gallery looks really good. And you have like the murals and the canvas works. I think this looks good. And events. And that's where you sign up for your class. I like this page. This looks good.
I think the event is pretty straightforward and simple for people to use.
Yeah, this page looks really nice. I like that one. And yeah, I think the shop just needs some work. It's like really overwhelming. And it's not, it doesn't look like it has much.
It's difficult to filter. It's difficult to, it's just a pain in the butt. And there's nothing I can do about it. And that's basically the main reason why I'm leaving Wix. The shop is awful. And I called them, I said, look, and sometimes I put things in there and then they keep changing the place where I, like the order of my items. And I say, hey, why does Wix keep changing the order of my items? And they couldn't freaking figure it out. I pay you like $350 a year? Goodbye.
Yeah, that's not acceptable. Not at all.
Sir, goodbye. Very infuriating.
Yeah.
But, we'll do what we can.
That is.
We can always leave them behind.
And hopefully Squarespace works better for you. I have a lot of experience knowing like design stuff, but I have zero back end. I've never had my own website. So I don't know what's like possible. I just know what aesthetically works for people.
Yeah, I'll definitely ask for your feedback if you don't mind when I do my Squarespace.
Yeah, happy to help.
Because at the moment, the way I have it set up, it's like a long scroll down thing.
Oh, like, yeah.
Get a mural, subscribe to my newsletter, check out the events.
Yeah, you're better off. And this is all like the information I'm telling you is just stuff I learned from like taking courses. This isn't anything I've put in practice, but it makes sense, so I believe it. You're better off just having like one very strong call to action versus multiple, and then giving them. You want to help guide them through whatever they want. So you want to make it to where there's one thing you want them to do, which is the newsletter, so you can reach out to them. Because once you have them, like their contact information, you can continue to,
pester them from limb to limb.
Yes. So that's the most important thing.
That's the
But you
most
also
important thing.
want there to be a guide, like you want to guide them through to make it an effortless experience. That if they were looking for something, it's enjoyable and easy for them. Um,
Right. So if I have you know, the menu up on top, the menu list, and then I wouldn't have the same menu on the first page. Yeah, because that's how Squarespace is set up right now. It's like, why do I have these two things thing, you know, like across the screen on top and then on the very first page right in the middle? I don't know.
I don't know. I'll have to see to know specifically what you're talking about. But the biggest takeaway I've learned is less people don't like choices. Believe it or not, they like choices, but they don't like choices all at once. So less choices that they have to make all at once, the better. Like they don't anything more than I would say 5 is way too much. So you don't want to have more than 5 categories on top. And right now you have 4, so you're good.
Yeah, I don't have more than 5. I just have about, well, home, about, galleries, events, and shop. And then maybe I'll put a blog in there, but maybe I'll hide the link somewhere. Usually the blog was up on top, and then I had also testimonials, but I just put everything in the bottom on the footer because people want to see that. They can see that down in the footer.
You can have the testimonials, like you can have an about page with that.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
And people like to know more about you, so that's a good time. I mean, you have that on your main page, but the main page should really be whatever you need to do to get them to sign up for the newsletter.
Yes, that's the most important thing. Yes. Agreed. I agree. Agreed. I think I'm just about done, like emotionally with it.
That's where I am in a lot of
pretty
my pieces.
Emotionally done, you know, because I'm not gonna ask for $1,000 for this. I'm probably gonna ask, I don't know, 580 or something like that.
And you're gonna sell this at the market?
I'm gonna try to. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna offer pretty much all of my artwork, the originals, and then I'll try to get some good pictures, and then I'll always have the pictures if I want to make prints.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I think the one that I told you, they actually do canvas prints.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm so stuck on canvas prints. Like, I should get my head out of that. I could do posters and flatter things rather than... I just have this hang up with canvas prints. I just think they're more substantial. People may not feel the same necessarily.
Yeah, of course. If you're people, so the feedback I've gotten already from selling art for only a week is people want it to be as close to the original as possible when it comes to prints. They don't want it to be. So if you did it on canvas, they want it to be on canvas is generally what they want. I mean, you can also offer like postcards, cards, you know, smaller prints just because why not? But if you're like looking for the one main thing to choose, like canvas is probably what I would go with if you made it on a canvas because it's reflecting what you originally did. What is the size of this one? And I can figure out how much it would cost for a print.
I think this is 16 by 20? No. Wait, 18 by 24. That's what it is. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I usually... These are... Right, this is a 16 by 20, the heart. I have some close to finished. I was gonna varnish these or just finish them. This is a 16 by 20. And then these are 18 by 24.
And you can so on the website that I got the prints, which I said like they're really high quality. It's $40 to do a canvas print.
Okay.
And like I said, you can have them put in the order. You don't have to order it. And then ship it directly to them.
Yeah.
So you could say, like, if you want the original, it's $600. But if you want a print, you know, like a high quality artist on the canvas, I can sell it to you for, I don't know, $80.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, you know, because they might want the cheaper option just
Yeah.
because not everybody has $700 to drop on art.
Yeah, yeah. I get it. I get it. Then they would be the only person in the whole universe to have it. Not even me will have.
Yeah, that's why you gotta take good pictures of it for your prints. So
The thing. Well, I really made it pop. Brought it to life. Pretty much. I think
yeah, it did. I like the
Yeah.
highlight.
Well, thank you, Clara, for hanging with me the whole time. That was really sweet of you.
You also managed to like. I always want to like just talk for like maybe like 15 minutes or an hour, and you always distract me for the entire time. It's good. I appreciate it. It's always lovely watching the stream and chatting with you.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get ready for the day. I have a flow art workshop tonight, so that'll be fun. Drinking wine and eating cheese and pouring paint. Can't
Oh
think
yeah,
of
that sounds like a great time.
Right? Yeah. So yeah, have a good weekend, and I'll catch you soon.
Alrighty.
Thanks. See you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Clara. And bye, everybody. Thank you for watching.